Hey guys, I've been working really hard the last 3 weeks on this truck camper, and I want to introduce you to the star of this entire build. It's the DJI Power 1000. It's basically been able to provide all the power I need and to run this truck camper. So we're going to go a deep dive into that power pack right now to show you all the features and awesome capabilities it has, and give you a little bit of preview of the truck camper build. Now the entire truck camper build is going to be at a later date, but let's take a look right now. You can see a preview of the camper build and check out this really awesome new power pack. First off, I want you guys to check out this really cool case. This is the DJI Power 1000 pack. It comes in its very own streamlined case. Now, the really cool thing about this case is it's somewhat water resistant. It's got like all the rubber sealed zippers and everything like that, and you don't really have to take it out of the bag in order to operate. You can actually use it when it's in the bag. Now, look at, so we unscrew the flap. Look at, we got all our controls. It's currently on. The other thing is that they've thought of pretty much everything with this little pack, because it's got, well, anti-slip under pad thingamajiggers, which makes it so it doesn't slide around. There's vent holes. If you want to charge your drone, there's fast charging ports on this side. You can actually see them right here. Also ventilation, and it's got like extra little carrying packs for adapters and whatnot. And then on this side, again, we've got our ventilation. So when you're operating it, you don't actually have to take it out of the bag. And then over here, more storage. So you can carry extra batteries for your drones, or extra batteries, or like for your camera, or your dongle, or your, USB-C cords, anything like that. And then at the top, open this guy up here, we've got the handle. So if you don't want it in the pack, you can take it out of the pack. So I'm gonna take it out of the pack just for demonstration purposes, because you guys can see all of the features without having the bag in the way. All right. We're going to go through a little bit of the specifications on this pack. Now this pack, if you get anything from it, can pretty much run every single AC device you own. Pretty much every single one. That's how powerful this pack is. They've refined it to the T. I've been using this thing for the last 3 weeks to pretty much power everything I've needed. I've run a jigsaw with it. I've run a central vac with it. I've run a table saw, a jigsaw, like a space heater, a fan. Like, it's crazy. Like a cooktop, a refrigerator. It's run pretty much anything I've put at it, and at the same time, nonetheless. So I'm gonna go over some of the specifications on this thing, some of the features on the front of the pack. Now, I really like what they've done with this thing, because they've essentially made it so you can add dongles to the thing. Now, everybody loves a good dongle. This thing here, okay, where is it? This thing, so on the pack itself, it doesn't have a 12-volt adapter, which most of the times you don't need it, but in this case, when I built my camper out, I needed a 12-volt system. So this actually is a dongle that connects to this SDC port, which allows you to connect, extra peripherals. So that's your 12-volt adapter, which is really cool, and you can plug all that stuff in. So I actually thought they missed it, but they actually put it in as an added feature. And when you don't need it, it's not in the way. So that's another feature that allows this pack to be so compact. All right, put that over there. All right, so the other cool feature about this pack is the power it offers. So it can run 2200 watts sustained, meaning you can run that until the pack's dead. Now, that being said, the pack has a lot of power in order to run all your devices. So there's the 2 AC ports right here with a pure sine inverter. We can turn that bad boy on, and you can plug your AC devices here. It also has these high-speed USB-C charging ports. Now, what's cool about that is that it's got the fastest recharge time on the DJI drone. So it can actually charge faster than your flight lasts. So if you have 2 batteries, you can essentially fly continuously by recharging your drone batteries with this DJI power pack. It's designed to work seamlessly with the DJI drones, which is really cool. It also has your USB-A, because that stuff isn't going away. It has a couple of ways to charge the thing. So in here is your standard wall outlet. You can plug your AC wattage voltage in there, and it'll charge it, the whole pack, up to like 100% in under 70 minutes, which is a crazy fast time. And over here you have your SDC ports, which allows you to plug in stuff like your drone chargers and your solar connections and whatnot. So this thing can be charged a couple of ways. One is through your AC port. the other is through a 12-volt DC adapter through your car, and the other is through solar. Now you can add a lot of solar to this thing. It has, where is it? Where's it gone? Oh, it's right here. You can actually plug a bunch of solar into this thing in order to charge them simultaneously, get this pack up. So if you have multi sources of power, this thing will charge even faster. Now, a lot of you guys out there are probably thinking, you know what, I'm gonna sit and wait until all these batteries have sorted out the technological problems. Now, the DJI has really taken a fine look at battery technology and has incorporated all the latest technologies into it that I think I need. Like, I've been looking at batteries for a really long time, and the one thing that I used to have a problem with was the cold weather. Now this thing will work down to -10. It has LFP technology batteries in it, which allows it to charge up to 4,000 times. 4,000 times, that's crazy if you do the math. Like, if you charge it every day, that's 300, I can't do the math, but it's years of trouble-free use on this thing. And then after 4,000 times, you basically, the percentage that it'll charge up to will diminish over time. So it doesn't necessarily just die after 4,000 charges, it just doesn't go up to 100%. So it's up to 70% after 4,000 charges, which is a crazy long life for a battery pack of this size and this caliber. I've already mentioned that you can charge this thing in under 70 minutes plugging it into the wall, but I haven't mentioned that it can charge really fast with solar, up to 400 watts of solar input to charge this thing even faster. Now, one of the greatest features with any sort of battery pack is the fact it's super quiet. I have been using this thing for the last 3 weeks and I have not heard it yet. Does that mean I'm not working hard enough? I'm not working the battery hard enough? I don't know. It's 23 decibels when it's actually, like, the cooling fan is on. I haven't heard the cooling fan start yet, and it's been rather warm. So I don't know when the cooling fan's gonna start, and it hasn't needed it yet, but if maybe I just can't hear it. It's 23 decibels. That's like whisper quiet, which is a great feature if you're powering sort of like a CPAP machine or something at nighttime when you want your neighbors to stay, quiet. You can have this thing running your devices at night, and it's not like a gasoline powered generator or something like that. This thing is essentially silent, which is crazy cool for a power pack. Also, I'm not a really strong guy, but this thing doesn't weigh a heck of a lot. It's 13 kilograms, meaning you can pack this thing pretty much wherever you go. If you're doing overlander, if you got it in your car, truck, or something like that, it's not going to, it's easy to carry. It's got 2 handles. It doesn't even need wheels, right? Because it doesn't weigh that much. So that's another added feature on the pack itself. It doesn't weigh a heck of a lot. I'm just looking at the specs on my phone here about the charging of the drones. I don't have a drone, so I can't actually test it out, but the Air 3, which is a DJI product, it'll charge it in 30 minutes, and the Mavic 3 will charge it in 32 minutes. That's crazy fast. So essentially, you can keep that thing airborne indefinitely, because you could have 2 batteries. You could have one charging and one flying, and then you just, when they're out of battery, you just keep recharging it. That's because they're seamless. They work together, and the battery integration with the drones is super fast charging. And the way the DJI gets the super fast charging is their crazy fast USB-C ports. They have a dual 2 USB-C ports that charge at 140 watts, which is crazy. So they're compatible with the MacBook or the DJI drones or anything else that uses USB-C ports. It'll charge your phone like super crazy fast because it's got a 140 watt USB-C port. All right, it's crazy scenario time. Now, this isn't a typical setup that you would do, but this is what I'm gonna try out to demonstrate the sheer power of the DJI Power 1000 pack. So this is a table saw. It's a Makita table saw and I can't remember the name of my central vac. Anyways, it's a central vac, and I've hooked them up together. So I'm gonna run them both at the same time, powered by the pack. So this thing has a peak power output of 4,400 watts, which is crazy. It has a sustained power draw of 2,000 watts, and then it can take 2,600 watts up to 60 seconds, which is like initial startup of really high drain devices. So let's give it a whirl. I've got her all set up. I've got her power, I got the inverter on. Inverter's on. Let's turn the the central vac on. All right, central vac's on. Central vac's on, going. We're running. Output. We're at 1,300 watts right now. 1,200 watts. Okay, so it's sucking. And then let's turn the table saw on and give her a couple of cuts. we're 2,200 watts. Okay, that's the initial startup. We're at sustained 1,900 watts. I feel like that saw actually run better than running it on actual line voltage. Is that possible? I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, we did deplete like 5% of the battery doing that cut, which is not a big deal because you have a lot of watt hours in this pack. So if you want to do ripping on your table saw with this pack, you know what? It makes every saw, every tool you own, essentially a cordless saw because you can bring the pack anywhere. So I think you guys got a little bit of a preview of the build that's going to happen next week. We're going to actually show the entire thing. You guys got a little bit of a sneak peek this week. So if you guys are in the neighborhood to purchase a power pack, I urge you to check out the DJI Power 1000 battery pack. It is a quite capable battery pack. It has helped me immensely from the last 3 weeks, and it's also the workhorse, the powerhouse for the truck camper. So it's an integral part of the truck camper, and you'll see that more in detail next week. So anyways, and it's going to be awesome. I'm still buttoning up a couple of things on it, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and join me on the next one.